Welcome to our channel Elimika Mtandaoni. My name is Agustino Mogosi, and today we are proceeding in the fourth lecture on information systems. Today we'll be discussing about business processes and information system. We'll see how businesses use information systems. Let's go. Businesses, or what we call firms, purchase some inputs and resources from larger environments. We call these suppliers. So here we have, let's say, a supplier. So a supplier supplies some inputs. Those inputs are resources, the raw materials. So suppliers, they are often other firms. So these inputs or resources goes to the business. So in this, the employees now of these firms transform these inputs into ready-made products. That means they add value to those raw materials in the production process. So here we have raw materials. These raw materials are converted by employees into finished products. So we have finished products. So in order for a business to operate, the business must deal with many different pieces of information about these suppliers, must deal about many pieces of information about customers, because after this product has been finished, then this product is being shipped to customers. So a lot of information is needed. Information about suppliers, information about customers, information about employees, information about invoices, information about payments, because these customers will have to make payments, even information about the products and services that are produced by that organization. So if that is the case, then organizations must organize their activities that use this information in order to operate efficiently. And in that case, the overall performance of the firm or the company will be enhanced. So information systems are there to make it possible for these firms to manage all their information, and as a result, it makes better decisions and improve the execution of their business processes. So the use of information system is there to make it possible for these organizations to manage their information. After information has been managed properly, then it will help in making better decisions. It will help in making better decisions. So that is the case. And again, not just in making better decisions, but it will also help to improve the business processes. That leads us to now try to understand what business processes are. Now let us discuss about business processes. Actually, business processes refers to the manner in which work is organized, coordinated, and focused to produce a valuable product or services. So in order to produce a product or in order to produce a service, then you have to organize some activities, you have to organize some operations, you have to coordinate them, you have to focus them so that you produce a valuable product or a valuable service. In other words, you can say business processes are a collection of activities required to produce a service. So for example, if you want to produce let's say a certain product, then what steps will you take? First, you will do this. Second, you will do this. And third, you will do this. That collection of those activities is what we call business process. So if you have not well understood, we could say a business process is logically related set of activities that define how specific business tasks are performed. For example, if you wake up early in the morning, in order for you to go to class, First, you will wake up, you will take a shower. After taking a shower, you will brush your teeth, or you put on your clothes, put on your shoes, then you will go to class. So such activities, if that was a business, then such activities would be called business processes. So I hope you have understood what business processes mean. So you have to take a note of one thing, that the performance of a business depends on how well its business processes are designed and coordinated. It's not just the matter of doing activity 1, activity 2, 3, and 4. It is the matter also of the understanding of how to design, how to coordinate these activities so that you can produce better products, which are valuable products. A company's business process can be a source of competitive strength if they enable the company to innovate or to execute better than its rivals. So if you execute these business processes, these activities, if they are done better than how the competitors do, then you will have high competitive strength as compared to your competitor. And take a note also of the following, that every business, as you see a business, can be seen as a collection of business processes. This means that larger businesses have thousands and thousands of business processes. Some are more important than others. So for a business to be called a business, then it is made up of a collection of business processes. Now let's talk about more advanced stage of business processes. These many businesses, the business processes are tied to a specific functional area. That means you can have a number of business processes. You can have a number of business processes in group wise. So you can have this kind of business process to be called in a group A, and other business processes to be put in a group B, etc. So they can be tied to a specific functional area. This group is what we call functional area. In some parts, this functional area, they call it department. You have come across several departments. For example, if you come to a university, you will find a admission department. You will find departments for the college. Let's say Department of Information System, departments of what. You will find a department for sales and marketing. You will find a department for human resource. You will find a department for finance and accounting. You will find a department for manufacturing if you are talking about an organization. So other business processes, these business processes can be grouped or can be tied to some specific business processes. I will give you an example. For example, we can have a business process called, let's say, manufacturing and production. In this, you will find the basic business processes in here are like, let's say, assembling a product. After a product has been manufactured, then it is assembled. You will find a business process like checking for quality. You will find one that is called producing building materials. So all these activities are logically related set of activities that they define a specific business task, and they are performed in this one umbrella. We call it manufacturing and production. These ones are called business process, and this manufacturing and production, we call it functional area or a department. I can give you another example. Think of a department for sales and marketing. Here you will find some activities that is identify customers. You will find some activities like promotions, making customer aware of the product. We call it promotions. and advertisements. You will find activities like selling the product. All these activities are called business processes, and this is sales and marketing. Here we call it functional area or a department. Let me give you another example. We have another example for finance and accounting. This is also a functional area or a department. In this, you will find activities like paying for creditors, creating a finance statement, managing cash accounts, managing cash accounts, the ledgers and everything. These activities here are what we call business processes, and this here we call it a functional area or a department. We have another department called the human resource. This has some activities like hiring employees, evaluating employees, evaluating job performance of employees. Even firing employees is their task. So these are examples of functional business processes or functional business areas. Functional business areas, and under functional business area, there is where you find business processes. So I think now you have understood what business processes mean and how they do that. So let's talk about something else. In here. Speaking of these business processes, sometimes we can have other business processes that cross many different functional areas, and in that case they require coordination across department. I will give you an example. For example, we have a functional area called the sales, we have another functional area called the accounting, and we have another functional area called the manufacturing. So you can have a number of business processes in here. For example, these business processes can cross many different functional area. Remember, these are the functional areas: sales, accounting, and manufacturing. So for example, the process of order fulfillment. At the sales and marketing, there is where you will generate order. After generating order, then you will submit order. After order is submitted, then this order will go to the accounting functional area. In there, they will check for credit. After checking for credit, they will approve the credit, and again will generate invoice. After the invoice has been generated, or after the credit has been approved, then this will go to manufacturing and production, where these will assemble the product and make shipment. So you can see here a lot of business processes like generating order, submitting order is done under sales and marketing. Then it crosses to another department, which is accounting, where accounting checks for credit, approves credit, and generates invoice. Then it is taken to another department, which is manufacturing and production, where the order will be assembled and shipped to the customer. So you see how other business areas, business processes can cross many different functional areas, and in that case they require coordination across such departments. So I guess now you have understood about business processes. Now let us talk about how information systems improves business processes. How information systems improve business processes. We know that information systems, how they do that is they do that by automating. Steps in business processes. As we have seen that business process is a collection of activities. These activities can be done without the use of information system. But if you want information system to improve business processes, then what information system does is to automate these. That means instead of being done manually without the use of computers, now information system introduces the use of computers. So things are automated by using computers. So the steps are not done manually, but they are done using computers, unlike where they were formerly performed. But in today's world, IT can do much more. We see that there are new technologies. We see that there are new technologies that can actually change the flow of information. They can make it possible for many more people to access and share information. For example, now we have technologies like Google Docs. Google Doc. Using Google Doc, several people, actually you can have a number of people. Let's say this is a document. This is one person, this is another person. Let's say this person is in Mwanza, this person is in Arusha, and another person here is in Kigoma. These all people can edit the same document at the same time. So as we can see now, information system has changed the flow of information. So now it is possible for more people to access and share information. So it has replaced the sequential steps with the tasks that can be performed simultaneously. So now we don't have to wait for one person to finish one task so that we can follow to finish. Now things can be done simultaneously, and in that case, it eliminates the delays in decision making because things now can be done simultaneously. So new IT frequently changes the way business works, and in that case supports entirely new business models. That's why the introduction of information technology now has introduced the new other business models. So this is the end of our lecture. Today we have talked about business processes. We have seen how information system can improve business processes. We have seen how businesses use information systems. So thank you very much for following Elimika Mtandaoni. My name is Agustino Mogosi and this is Elimika Mtandaoni. Don't forget to subscribe, share, comment, like.